Everyone, and welcome to my new video today. In today's video we will build a quiz app in React Native. This application has one button at the beginning, and then the quiz starts with a timer and a progress bar to time 10 seconds only, and showing also the percentage of the remaining time. And then the user could here click true or false. In total I have 5 questions in here. I'm trying right now to get some random answer, and whenever the answer done, the timer starts over to count 10 seconds for the following question, and eventually when the user finish those 5 questions that I have right now, it will get a result 6 out of 6 for completing this quiz, and you could here start over again. We will run this application in Android and in iOS, and I could show you that in Android as well. And here is the answer in iOS and Android. In case you did not answer and the time runs out, you will get an error message and alert message showing that, and time is over, put you back again to the beginning of your quiz. So let's go ahead and learn together, build this application together, and see how can we work with progress bar, a timer in React Native, how can we move to update the question one by one, and then how can we also restart the timer for after each question. So let's get started. To start creating the project, we need to go to the terminal, and in this terminal I will run the command npx create expo app, and I will go with the template. Whenever I have those templates, I can select whatever I want. I will go with a blank template, not TypeScript. I will stick with JavaScript, and I will give it a quiz app. I will save it, and it will take some time to download, running the command npm install, that downloading all the packages I want. And in the meantime, you can take a look at the exact structure of our quiz. We have here one screen, which is home screen, and I could see also navigation to navigate to the quiz screen, and I could come back. So we have mainly 2 screens in this quiz, and so I will also work with navigation in this case. So I will open my application, and everything is ready to start. In order to work with navigation in React Native, we need to work with navigation. We need to install the needed dependency. And if we go to the documentation, we could find out here the needed dependency to download. Because I'm working with Expo, I will install this dependency. I will start with the first one first. And so in my Visual Studio Code, I will open the terminal. And in this terminal, I should make sure that I am inside my app. So I could paste the command and run it. I will also add the other command, which is the safe area. After that, I will start designing my stack. In order to work with the stack, I could here see the usage. I should import the container. So I will go to my app, and in here I will add this container, navigation container, so I could create my container for this application. So I will remove this view, or I can add my container in here, and I will cut this view and paste it in here. Anyway, we really need the screens in here, not any more views. So if you scroll down a little bit, you could see that another import statement is needed, which is the create native stack navigator. I will add it in here, and then I could create the stack in the function like this. Whenever the stack is ready, I can design screens I want in this application. So I will copy those 2 screens and replace them with the code that I have in there. That's nice. So basically I need 2 screens. The first one will be the home screen, and the second will be the quiz screen. And the component will be here quiz screen, and here will be home screen title. I could add optional titles, so start your quiz. Okay, so I need now 2 screens to manage this application, so I will go ahead, create a folder. I will call it screens, and within this folder I will create 2 files. The first one is home screen.javascript, and the second one is quiz screen.javascript. So those 2 files will mainly are React Native functions. So I am good to copy the import statement from my home page, and all good. So the first one, I will make sure it is home screen, and in here I don't need this, I don't need this, but I need a couple of things from React. And I will also create the other one, which is quiz screen. Perfect. So those functions should return JSX object. So my home screen, I will return here one view first of all, and I should make sure that I have those views inserted in my import statement. Within this view, I will bring this style. So I will cut the style from here, bring it to home screen. We don't have any more style over there. And in this home screen, I only need to add one button. So I will add here a button within this view. Now make sure you have it inserted. That's nice. For this button, I need one title, which is start your quiz, and on press for navigation. So basically here I need to navigate when the user when the user click on this button. So how to navigate? We should use navigate function from navigation. So I will pass it in here for my home screen. I will add navigation, but it's by default there because I already imported, because this home screen is already inside navigation container. That's why navigation exists, and because it is there, I can use it navigate. And here I have to specify a couple of things. If you notice here, I need to specify then the path name and the parameters if I have. The parameters are optional, the path name is not optional. So I will here specify the exact path name that I am moving to. So I should write it in here very clearly. So I should bring it, I'm going to quiz, so I should write the quiz in here. Later on I will add more, I will add another parameters, because I will pass the list of questions and list of answers as well. Okay, and so far my application has should import the 2 screens. So I will import here home screens from screens, and I will also import quiz screen as well. So now my application should run. No, by the way, here I should return from my quiz. Let me for now only return an empty view, just to make sure that there is a JSX object, and this is, in this way I at least have this, the main structure of my application. I will apply the style in here, dot style dot container. All right, so that's nice. Now I should see one button if I run this application with navigation to another empty screen. Now let's add the questions and the answers. Those are going to be static. So I have here 2 lists, one list of strings that contain the question and another list that contain the correct answer for those. And I will add them in here as 2 arrays. Then I will pass those 2 lists all the way from home screen to quiz screen using navigation route. So I will here add the parameters, which is another object, and this is going to be here an object, a key value pair that I can add in here. So the first key will be questions, and this is going to be the list of questions. And the second key value pair that I will add will be here answers, and I will pass list of correct answers. That's it, and now the object is ready to be passed all the way to the other screen. Now in my quiz screen, we will design it in this way. So if I take a look at the design, I could see that I have one text, one progress bar, one text, and two buttons. So this is the main design. So in order to add this design, I will mainly add here one text. This is the question text, and I need one progress bar. So let's here take a look at progress bar. We will look at how can we use it in React Native, and then I will work with another text for the percentage, and I will also add a view that contains two buttons, so one for true and one for false clicking. So between those two, I will add here the progress bar. Now to work with a progress bar in React Native, we need to get some dependencies. So progress bar in React Native, and I could here see those several types of progress bar in React Native. We could work with the circle, the bar, the snail. So there is so many of those. So we should install first of all the dependency to download it, to download the progress bar. So I will copy this and run it in my terminal. Whenever it's done and the dependency is ready, I can start using it. I could use progress.bar, progress.py, circle, or circle snail. So any one of those are available within this package. So I will copy the import statement, add it in here, and then because I need to work with the bar, so I will add this one. So my bar will be between the text and the two texts that include the percentage. This percentage will definitely be later a value that represent the real process, and in here I will add the value. So because we already passed the parameter questions and answers, I will extract them from the root in here. So I will extract them, so navigation, and I will also get the root as well. And from this root I could extract the two values. Sorry, here we go. So the two values are going to be a constant here, and I will extract them by their name, so questions and answers, and those together will become from root.params, and in this way I could use those values in my text, and I could also use the list of questions to control my quiz. So basically we will here start controlling the quiz after getting the value. So in order to start, I definitely need a current index. There we go. So I need to save the current index of my question that I'm currently working with, and I will work with useState for that. So I will give it a name here, current index, and I will set current index, and I will work with useState for that. And useState, because initially we will start with index 0, I will make it as 0. We still need a couple more variables to control everything in this application. Mainly I need a total, so and time left. So I will here start with time left. So constant so time left, and I will add here set time left. Basically this is going to be a state variable that that will start with 10. I mean by 10 seconds. So every question has 10 seconds to be answered within that time before restart this time left for another question if the user answer, or navigate out of the quiz if the user did not answer within 10 seconds. So this is a very important variable to control the timer. And I also need total. So again, I need to use another state to control the total answered question. And this is going to be here, going to be updated every time the user answer any question. So initially this is going to be 0, so the user did not answer any question at the beginning. And I also need to save how many or the size of the question I have it, which is in my case going to be also a constant total question. And this is going to be the questions list dot length. And that's what I need to save as well. Now this is the time to work with the timer. In order to work with timer in React Native, we will use a hook called useRef. This useRef is a React hook that's used mainly to create references. Those references are not going to re-render if they are updated, which is opposite to useState. useState, which is, for example, here current index, time left, because those are useState, they will re-render the object or the component every time we have any update. useRef, kind of opposite, because I need to update without re-render, which is exactly what we need here. And there is one important use case, which is managing timer in React Native. This is one of the use cases. It's used to store the ID of our timer, because each timer has an ID. And I will update or create a timeout to wait for something or wait for some time, which is in my case, I need to wait 1 second every I need to wait 1 second before refresh this progress. So as you can see here, while we are opening the app or the quiz, every second we see an update. Every second we see an update in here, and this is how this is what we exactly need to control. I need to control 1 second of waiting before refresh my progress bar. So this progress bar needs to be updated every second. So useRef is what I need to create right now to control this timer. So here I will add another constant, which is time ref, and this is going to be useRef hook, and I will also import it from React, and I will initially make it null, and I should make sure that useRef imported from React. That's exactly what I need to see. Now, because we need to start controlling everything, we need to start the timer, and we need to wait 1 second to update our time left. This time left update will trigger an update to our progress bar. So mainly here, I don't want to see this 0.3 every time. I will replace it now with a real progress that reflects what exactly or where exactly the user out of 10, because in total I have 10 seconds, and we will wait 1 second every time, so the user could see an update to this progress bar every 1 second in case there is no answer. When there is an answer, this will be start over to be 10 one more time. So the value in the progress bar should reflect that, and I should here go with 1 minus the time left and divided by total time. That's exactly what I need to reflect to see where exactly the progress moving. Time left, 1 minus time left divided by 10 in my case. For the text, I also need to display something similar, which also I need to display the percentage for that. And this is going to be the same value in here, but this time I will round it. So math.round, and I will here this round will give me a value in percentage, so I will here time 100, and I can right now also display this percent sign in here, so I could display the value of the progress so far. So the user will see that, let's say 50% is done, 60, 70, 80. So every second the user will see an update in the progress bar. So for example, in here, every second 10, 20, 30. So 30% of your time is over, 60% is over, 70% is over, 90% and 100 is over, and the full time is over. This is the idea in here. Okay, and for the text that contain the question, we will also use this list, which is your questions, and I will display questions, and I will display the current index of that question in my in this question text. Beside that, we will in here for those two buttons, I will add true and false. This could be touchable, opacity, or buttons. For me, I will go here with the title. For those buttons, I will add the title to be true for the first one and false for the second one. And we also need on press. I feel like I don't have it yet, that's why there is no autocomplete. So let me here list it in here, and on press, here we go. We will add a function to go with the logic. This function should receive the value true or false from this button. So I will also add the same thing in here. So I will add a function called question or click handler or something. So click handler will receive the value of false or true from those buttons. So if I create here a function click handler, and this function will be something like this. It will take here user answer, and this click handler, I will call it with the true value in here, and I add a click handler here with the false value for here. Now we are ready to start adding the logic for click handler, but before doing that, I will work with useEffect first of all, in order to trigger or start the timer and set the timer to be 1 second every time, and so I could refresh the time left based on that. So useEffect is here, useEffect, and useEffect, as you know, is a React hook that help with triggering a re-render for our screen to do a specific tasks every time we, based on a variable update, or if we don't need any variable update, will be done one time. So useEffect is here. I will go ahead and add the needed logic. So useEffect has two parameters. The first parameter is the function, or whatever I want to logic to be done in this useEffect hook. The second parameter determines how often this useEffect will be executed. So if this value here, an empty array or empty list, that means this logic will run, or this useEffect will run only one time before this component rendered to our screen. So this is good for downloading stuff from the web, or connecting or bringing data from the database. But if I need this to be updated or to run several times, the variables or the variable that affect this should be listed in here. In my case, time left is one of them, so I need here to make sure that I have time left listed. So any update to this time left should trigger an update or trigger a call to this useEffect. What I need to do in this useEffect, I need to add a delay of 1 second, and I also need to update time left after this delay, and I also need to check if the time is over So as a result, we will display an alert. And if that, we also need to check, another check here, if we have an answer or not answered yet. This could be done in click handler. So basically I need also to create another state variable, that variable to make sure that notify the user interface if the user click on true or false buttons. So that means we need to trigger some update, or we need to notify when the user answer the question. So because of that, I will add here one more state variable, and this is going to be answered, and the second parameter is set answered, and this is going to be a useState hook. Initially I will make it false because we don't have any answer yet. So whenever the user answers, so click handler should update this answered variable, so set answer to be true, because we got an answer regardless of the answer is true or false. This variable will control the timer, so we could display an alert and restart the quiz or move to the next question. So now this answered is the other variable that trigger this useEffect, so I will list it in here as well. So in case time left updated or answered updated, we will call this useEffect logic one more time. This is the point in here. So what I need here to do in this useEffect, I will start the delay for 1 second and update the time left after this delay. So in order to do that, we will use our useRef, which is time ref. So time ref, and I need to use its ID .current. This ID, this current, give me the unique ID for my specific timer, for this timer specifically, and I will call the function set time out. So this set time out, if we check here on set time out in React Native, if I check here what exactly this function is doing, is a JavaScript function that uses to delay the execution of a function, and this is exactly what I need right now. In React component, it use useEffect hook. The useEffect hook allow you to perform side effect of a function component inside useEffect hook, and you can call this set time out to schedule execution of a function after a specific delay. So this is what I need. I need here set time out. This set time out has two parameters. The delay itself, how many seconds or how many milliseconds you want to delay, and what you need to be done after this delay. So in my case, I need here the function to, the delay to be 1 second, which is in my case 1000 milliseconds. And I need this timeout here. I need the logic to be done after this timeout is to update this time left by subtracting 1 second. So this is set time left to be time left minus 1. That's the logic that I need to be done after 1 second of the time in my quiz time. So during the quiz time. And this time left update will trigger the update, will affect the progress bar and affect the text, re-render those two values, so reflect the update on the user interface. And at the same time, it will also trigger useEffect one more time because it is listed in those variable list. After that, I will check to see if the time is over. If time left equal to 0, and the user did not answer yet, and that means answered is still false, and not answered, in this case we will display an alert displaying that time is over, the alert.alert, and I will display here the alert. So let me just insert this alert in my React Native list, and this alert I will display here time is over, and I will also navigate back to start the quiz one more time. So I will use this navigation in this point here. Dot go back. So I will stop the quiz and start over again. After displaying this alert, if there is no answer in 10 seconds, we will start the quiz one more time. Now the return of this useEffect will be stopping, will be the logic that will stop this timer. And in this case, I will call a function clear. I will call the function here right away, which is a clear time out. And this clear time out, I will pass the reference, time reference ID or .current, right? So in this case, the timer will stop as a return of this function. That's good. Now useEffect is done, ready to now control the timer and refresh time left every 1 second. And now this is also control time left. Now I will control answer in click handler, and in click handler here I will continue the logic to calculate the total to see if the user have a good answer or not, and add to the total. So in here I will check is correct as a variable. This variable will be true or false, or will be 1 or 2 based on the correct answer. So basically here I have user answer, so I will compare this user answer with answers array that I have, and I will here also use the current index. If this answer equal to user answer, that means is correct is true. Other than that, is correct is false. That means the user did not answer. So I will here check this is correct, and based on that I will update the total value which I have in here. So this total initially 0, and I will update it based on the result from this conversion. So I will here say set total, and this total will be the previous total, will be the previous total plus the new one. So previous value, and this is going to be previous plus 1 in case the answer is correct. If the answer is not correct, no update to this total. After that, we will here check and update current index every time the user answered the question, because when the user answer any question, we should move to the next question. So in here, when the user answer, click, we see the new question and another timer start and another value here ready to continue, right? And this is what exactly I need to work on right now after clicking any answer or any button to answer. In here, this logic will be in here by updating the index. So set current index should be updated right now. So set current index will be the current index plus 1, and after updating the current index, that will update the text of the question. We should here check if we reach the end of the quiz or not, and if we reach the end of the quiz, we will display the result. If we are not yet at the end of the quiz, we will update the timer to give it a start again with 10 seconds for the new question. This will be done in set timeout. So set timeout is the function that we already used it earlier that has some logic with a delay. In our case, the logic, I will come back to add it, but the delay here will be only 500, which is half a second. This half a second is enough to transfer between question. So something like this. So for example, when I answer, there is half a second to start again the progress from the beginning. And also when we reach the end, there is half a second to display the final result. This is what I will see after half a second. So what exactly here we need to do? We need first of all to check if we reach the end of the quiz by checking the current index. So if this current index plus 1 is smaller than question.length, That means I still have some question within this quiz, so I'm not yet at the end. Other than that, else, if we reach the end of the quiz, we will display the result. When we are here, we will display here constant, and I will calculate the final score. And this final score will be total, the total that we keep updating in here. And I will add within that total the last answer, if it's correct or not. So I will check is correct and make sure if this correct is true or false. I will add 1 or 0 to this total to calculate the final result. Then I will display the alert to show the final result. So whenever here, I will say quiz completed, and I will display the message here will be including the result. Because I need to use a variable within that message, I will use the other code. So I could use JavaScript variable in here. So your score, or let's say you have answered, or let's say you have answered all of your question, and total score is, and I will display here the, as you can see, it is not visible right now because I'm using that variable, and your total score is, and I will use here $sign to display the variable, which is final score, and I will say here out of, I could also see them like this, out of, and I will display the total number of questions. I hope that I'm writing correct. And in here I will display the final question, which is a total number of questions. That's exactly what I need to see when the user finished the quiz. That's nice. And I will navigate to the beginning of the quiz as well. So I will copy this line and add it here as well. So this is in case of completing the quiz. In case we are not yet at the end of the quiz, that means we still have to move to the following question. I will here update the timer and update the timer mainly. So I will here set current index to be index is already updated in here +1. I already finished this one. And then set time left. So this is here set time left to be 10 one more time. This is here restart the timer. So this is important, restart the timer. So it is going to start again with 10 seconds to the following question. And I will also set answer to be false one more time, because the user will start, we will wait for the user to answer the question, the new question, right? That's set. This is what I need here to do when the user when we still have a question in the quiz. After the user answer, we are here checking if we are at the end of the quiz. If not, I'm restarting the timer and set answer to be false. Those two functions will trigger useEffect one more time. This has helped me to add a delay 1 second every second, so the user could see the progress bar starting again in this case. So this is the code. I will here save, and we are almost ready to start testing our logic. So now to start testing and debugging, let's add a couple of things specifically for the design. For the design here, I will add first of all, for this view, I will make sure that it is a row that has a style sheet with the row flex direction to be row. So I will copy here the object, and I will make sure that I have style sheet in here, imported from React Native. And then I will here make sure that this is, let's say, row container, and I will apply this in here, and this is here style, styles.row container. I will make sure that background here to be white, align item, and this is a little later on, come back to them, and I will make sure that here flex direction to be row, so I see those two buttons beside each other. I will definitely give this text a little bit of a bigger size, so I will also add another here text style, and I will add font size to be 40 for this question. So here style to be text style dot text style. That's nice. Same thing for this text that has the number. Also need to see a bigger one. For the button is okay. Now for the navigation, we still have also to add here navigation stack. So I still have to add here navigation dot stack, and I will wrap the two screens with this stack. Here we go. I could also use here navigation container dot stack, navigator dot stack, and this is your navigator dot stack. That's good. And if I save here, so here in app screen, I still have to add stack.navigator, wrapping my two screens with the stack. So I will add here stack.navigator, and I will wrap my two screens with that stack. That's nice. And I could also use initial root name, and I could select home to be the home one. Now, if everything okay, I should be able to create a new terminal. In this terminal, I should be able to start testing. npx export start, and I have my two emulators already. I have the simulator and the emulator for iOS and Android. I will start with iOS. Now, this is here the starting page. For home screen, I have this red. I will change it to white. And hot reload, I should see, let me reload here. Whenever reloading, I see start your quiz in here, which is home screen, and that's nice. And let me also test Android. I will also click A and see here Android simulator. So both of them are nice and fine. Let me test right now iOS. So start your quiz. And I got this error which said useRef is not a function, it is undefined. So after double checking my code, and I noted that I accidentally, instead of using array extraction, I used curly brackets in here. So I should make sure that this syntax here is correct for useState. So this is in here is nice for route, but for useState I should use array extraction, not curly braces. So this is exactly what I have to update right now, and the same thing for total. That's perfect. And now I will test one more time. I will rebuild. Clicking R in here means rebuild, and here we go. I start over, and I see something similar to what I need, but I cannot see my rows, and I see the progress, and time is over. Okay, so the design is not the best. The capital of Canada is Toronto. I cannot see my two buttons for this row container, and the reason for that, I believe, for this flex to be 1. This should not be 1. And this should not fill the space. Here we go. I see them right now, and I could click here false, and the questions update, the progress bar update, and the number update as well. Perfect. I could see here the values updated nicely, but in general I need a better design overall for this. Let's see here, I'm just randomly answer the questions, and I see the progress bar values working as I want, and false, and you complete 5 out of 6. Beautiful. Let's right now work a little bit on this styling. First of all, the view in here need to has a main style, so let's here add a container, and for this container I will make sure that I have a flex to be 1 for the container, and I also need a line item to be at the center, and the most important value here is justify content, because I need them to spread with a little bit of spaces, so I will select space between or maybe space around. I will check the style now and see, and if I try here, oh sorry, I did not implement it to this view. So here we go, style dot container, and let's see the output. Almost here. This is a space between, but space around is going to be better for me, so space around is what I need. And if I try here, there we go, I almost got the value. True and false, I'm not happy with those, very small, very close. I will work on this here in this view. So here for this row container, I have background color to be white. I will remove this, direction to be row, and I will also work with justify content to be space around. And let's check now the output. That's not bad so far. True and false are okay. I need a little bit bigger size for this title, and because this title is within the button, I don't have that control to manage this title, so I can do a quick things here, which is replace this button with touchable opacity. And touchable opacity give me more control over the value that I have it within the button. This touchable opacity has no title, it keep on pressed. Touchable opacity here, and I will remove the title. So basically I will add within this touchable opacity, I will add a text, and I will have here true in it, and I will add another text with false in it, and then I could add the style that I want, which is text style for my 2 buttons over here. There we go, and this is also in here. And I don't have to forget about touchable opacity, it is inserted. Perfect. Now if I check my output, I should see true, false. Here we go, those are bigger, more can nightly space, justify content, and I will select space between. We'll give here the row container a width, so in this way it will have a space for this space between to be spread out between the 2 buttons. Here we go, nice. The thing that I'm not happy with so far is this value to be 49, 39, 29, and I notice here that I did not add a bracket for the round function. So here round function, I don't need it with time 100. This will be in here. So in this way I could see that the value right now is 10, 20, perfect, exactly as I want to see, and that's beautiful. For my Android version of the application, also the same thing. I could see the update, the progress bar start over with each question, and I see also the delay, the half-a-second delay, and I'm answering here random answer to false, all good. And this is here the output, 3 out of 6 questions are answered correctly. This is beautiful. I hope you guys enjoy developing this application with me. I will post the full code on GitHub, and the link will be provided below. Please let me know if you have any questions. Share your question and thought in the comment below, and I'm more than happy to answer. Like and subscribe, and wait for my new videos. Thank you very much.